Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and in here you can see this is from my phone because I only have the regular DVD cover of the thing, so I don't have the curse of the Puppet Master, um, original box. I just have the regular box hour for the entire collection here. So so welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and as you can guess, we're continuing your analyzing the franchise Puppet Master series. And tonight we are continuing with Curse of the Puppet Master. And just to we are gonna stop having numbers here, and this is where things get confusing, okay? Puppet Master, it's a big staple, it's a big hit in the Full Moon universe, okay? So much so that there's some spin-off, there's some movies that came out, and I'm not sure that I want to talk about all of them, but I'm going to cover for sure the original movies. So that means I'm talking about Curse of the Puppet Master, Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master The Legacy, and Puppet Master Axis of Evil. So for sure you got four more reviews coming, including this one, and that's for sure I'm doing those now. There is a crossover between the demonic toys versus Puppet Master. I may think about doing that. Also, I think there's a movie called Totem, which I haven't seen, which is based on the characters from Puppet Master 4. And there's one more that I can't remember right now. But I think. So, this is quite complicated when it comes to this franchise. So, I'm going to try to do my best. And who knows? I mean, hey, depending on your response, if you guys want me to, I spoil my subscribers. I spoil you guys because I love you guys. That's why I make these videos. So if you guys want me to do all of them, I'll do all of them. It's just if this is Full Moon Entertainment on its best, right? So after part five was, how can I put it? Almost shit, and I'm being kind. Cause maybe shit has some more entertainment. No, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna be that bad. I mean, sorry, it's because sorry to all Full Moon fans, but part five is hard to watch. I mean, especially because I've been watching Wes Craven movie all this month, so I've been watching incredibly awesome, scary movies, and then I watch Puppet Master 5. It's hard. The transition is a hard one, right? But you know what? I'm cool with it, and I'm back on movie shape and form. And Curse was I was just crossing my fingers and like after the third one was huge. It was awesome. I loved it. Then we had part four that was a letdown, and then part five. I was hoping, come on, you're gonna pick me up, right? You're gonna pick me up, and you didn't. It's just, I mean, even if you say you like it, you have to admit it's one of the lesser, uh, puppet masters. And it's just not up to par, and it has archival footage, and it actually has. Man, if you didn't watch part four, you can watch part five, and you will know what part four is all about. Because it has like a montage sequence which has pretty much all the plot points of part four, and that's annoying to me still. But anyways, enough of that. We're totally talking part six, and guess what? Part six, it's good, and I really enjoyed it. Wow. So and I thought like, what's gonna happen? What's this thing? Where did this come from? So check it out. So Puppet Master, the Curse of the Puppet Master, which okay, we're gonna call it for sake being Puppet Master 6, was made in 1998, and it's directed by David DeCoto, and has Charles Band. And this is, you know, basically what it does. Well, sorry, let me go back to who stars in it. We gotta say George Peck now as Doctor McGrew, and the new puppet master, Doctor McGrew. Emily Harrison as Jane McGrew, her daughter coming back from college, and we have Josh Green, which is a very naive, slow type of guy named Robert, but his nickname is Tank Winsley. This is it. Basically, they did what I really wanted them to do. They pretty much scrapped the the 4 and 5 pretty much. They went away from it. They went like, no, I mean Rick Meyer as a puppet master, come on, this is not good. So we have Dr. McGrew that he admits to, in a state sale, uh, you know, accidentally buys the case of Toulon's case where the puppets have been and realizes that they're alive. But, being a curious man, Dr. McGrew and a puppeteer, he studies the puppet and wants to know the secret of making them thick. And I guess spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Remember, I always mark these spoilers. He finds out that the secret is that you really have to put your soul into it. That what we have known all along, ever since Puppet Master 2 and 3, that the way you make these puppets is not really that you're breathing, creating life into them. It's pretty much that you're putting the souls of some people that have died in a terrible way, and you imprison the souls into the dolls, and that's how you create them. But that's not an easy secret, and since he wasn't taught by anyone, you kind of have to read it from I guess Toulon's manuscripts and stuff. He can't quite get it right, so he kind of fails in the beginning, and it's really cool. I love the opening sequence. It's very creepy. You know, I'm gonna just tell you that this does two things right. First of all, it comes back with a very human story. The Dr. McGrew and his daughter running this puppeteer museum, whatever thing that they have going on. That they and they show the puppets and as stringless puppets and see how they work, and everybody loves them, and it's really cool. But and he shows that the puppets have a tender side, but kind of keeps them into these cages at night, which kind of makes you wonder why are they kept in cages if they're harmless. um, and it's a really human story where you have kind of living on their own, kind of, you really have like they look like, hey, this is all tender, but they get this naive boy Tank, and Tank, he's kind of bullied by others, even though he's big in size and stature, but he's really noble in his ways. He's like an orphan, nobody cares about him, nobody sees him, and then it's kind of, we don't know by going in if this man and his daughter are just trying to take advantage of Tank, or they're genuinely kindly wanting to help him out and see him through. And we don't know that until the end of the film, which I think that I'm not gonna spoil, because I think it's really good. um, you might figure it out by the words I'm gonna say, because the coolest puppet of this thing, it's kind of a spoiler, but anyways, I recommend you watch this because we finally have some good acting here. I like Dr. McGrew. He's really, you just don't know whether he's just a sweet old man or kind of a creep, and he kind of carries both vibes very well. The daughter's hot, she's sexy, and she's got this innocent type of, but kind of evilish type of look that it's kind of like enticing, but at the same time you kind of keep weight up. The bullies are very generic, but it's okay. I mean, it's a full moon movie. That's cool. And the kills, the couple of kills, there's not a lot of kills, but the ones that do happen, how one of the bullies get it. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. It's really cool. It's really classic Full Moon, classic Puppet Master. Very brutal death. And the coolest thing is that our favorite puppets are back. We see Tunneler there. Um, we see Six Shooter. We have Pinhead and Blade, of course, and we have Leech Woman. Leech Woman is back. After her demise. She's back, and I'm so glad to see her again. And it's classic. It's classic. Curse is so cool. There's a couple of nightmare, really cool nightmare sequences where Tank imagines that he's being turned into a life-size puppet, and you see gears and stuff when he takes off his shirt and stuff, and his legs are made of wood and everything, and it's like so cool. It actually doesn't look like a cheap special effect at all, even though these movies are low budget. Very nightmarish sequences, very good. I mean, overall, I mean, this is miles, miles, miles beyond what Puppet Monster 4 and 5 is. And I'm going to say that I like it. That I like it pretty good. And I mean, I like it as much as part 3, but I'm going to give this a solid B. I'm gonna just say that this is a good watch, must watch, good watch for anybody that likes to get into Puppet Master. Definitely like it because it's kind of rebooting the series. It's kind of starting us from scratch and telling us a little bit. You don't need to know about all the too long things to enjoy this movie. You don't need to know the backgrounds. You don't need to know about Rick Meyer, the puppeteer, and the totems and all that stuff. It's all new here, and I definitely recommend this movie. I mean, lots of fun, some cool, not too much gore, but the one that there is really cool. And finally, we're gonna see that after all the cool puppets are coming back, it's gonna be hard for us to choose what which puppet we are doing. But totally, 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 I truly, 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 definitely recommend um, the following puppet, which is Tank the puppet, and I'm totally gonna tell you that this is really cool. So I'm looking up the image here so I can show you. It's really cool, innovative, and I never seen a puppet like this. It's really cool, and and here it is. Here it is, guys. Meet Tank. There is Tank. Now, very 1920-ish type of like weird, mecha. It's like a mechanism type of thing where you can. It's basically the everything made by a metal tank and just his thing. And I'm not gonna spoil more of it, but I just want to tell you that you know thank you, Puppet Master series. You guys are back. It's freaking film rules. I want you to guys, go watch it. Totally, man, and prepare, man, because on the next video we are totally going retro Puppet Master, and I have seen retro Puppet Master before, so I'm already telling you, man. This retro Puppet Master is you're gonna love it, man. You're gonna really like it too. A little spoiler there, but I have a soft spot for retro because you'll see next video. But comment, like it or not, let me know. Subscribe. Take it easy. Love you all. Enjoy Curse of the Puppet Masters.